Grab a snack, fluff up your fur, and let's dive in. This is the Snufflecast.
Welcome, lovely listeners, to the Snufflecast. I'm Snuffles, and with Christmas Eve soon to be knocking on our door, it's time for a very special episode. Today we're diving deep into some truly helpful seasonal advice that is absolutely not dangerous, probably.
Oh, Snuffles, you had me at absolutely not dangerous, probably. This is my favorite kind of advice. The kind that makes you think, wait, is that allowed? But then you realize it totally is. I'm buzzing. What are we getting into first?
Precisely, Ricky. We're talking about the art of pre-Christmas chaos. You know, the kind that enhances the festive spirit. But, and this is crucial, it's best done subtly. A gentle nudge towards the delightfully unexpected, rather than, well, a full-on festive riot.
A full-on festive riot sounds like a blast, though. I prefer chaos you can really hear, like a joyous, slightly unsettling cacophony, but I'm open to your subtle suggestions, Snuffles. I mean, you're the master of the technically acceptable loophole, so I'm all ears. Or, well, ear tufts in my case.
Excellent. Let's ease into our first topic then. Extremely weird Christmas tips for pre-Christmas Eve. My first gem of wisdom is this. For ultimate emotional confusion, try wrapping gifts inside other gifts. Not just one, but layers. Imagine their face. The anticipation builds, then they open it to find another wrapped gift. It's a journey.
Whoa, that's diabolical and brilliant. You're not just giving a gift, you're giving an experience. I love it. My first weird tip is more direct, though. I'm talking about strategically hiding snacks in stockings. But not your stocking. Oh no. The stockings of others. Just a little unexpected treat for you later, when everyone's distracted.
Ricky, that's bold. Very bold. It certainly adds an element of surprise for the snack finder, and an even greater one for the original stocking owner. My next tip involves the Christmas tree. Every single day, just slightly rearrange an ornament or two. Just a tiny bit. So subtle that no one is ever quite sure if they imagined it or if something is genuinely off. It plants a seed of delightful doubt.
Oh, you are truly a master of the mind game, Snuffles. I like it. My approach is more about audible data collection. Before Christmas morning, I like to pick up wrapped presents, give them a good shake, and then loudly, very loudly, rate them. This one sounds like socks, 2 stars. Or, ooh, a rattle, 5 stars, definitely mine. It really gets everyone talking, you know?
That definitely sparks conversation, I'll give you that, Ricky. And possibly a few concerned glances. My final weird tip for this segment is to take a completely random, innocuous decoration, maybe a small bauble or a pine cone, and carefully, subtly, put a little name tag on it. Just leave it there. And then, you wait, just to see who talks to it.
Okay, that's next level. This is really helpful to get insights into the human mind. My last one for this topic is labeling random mundane objects around the house as from Santa maybe, like the remote control, or a spare shoe, or a half-eaten sandwich, just to create a bit of pre-Christmas uncertainty. The maybe is key, it really throws people off.
The maybe truly is a stroke of genius, Ricky. It adds plausible deniability to festive chaos. But honestly, I have to say, your ideas are much more overt. Mine are all about the slow burn, the creeping realization. You just go straight for the jugular of festive norms, don't you?
I mean, when you put it like that, I guess they are. Yours are so sneaky. Like, I don't even realize I'm being messed with until I'm having an internal debate about whether I moved a reindeer figurine or if it spontaneously relocated itself. It's brilliant, Snuffles. Absolutely brilliant. I'm impressed, honestly.
High praise indeed. Well, let's move on to our second topic. Strange letters to write before Christmas. This is where we can really get creative with communication. My first suggestion is a polite letter to Santa. But here's the twist. It's an apology in advance for anything that might accidentally, inadvertently, or perhaps technically go wrong. Just covering your bases, you know? A preemptive strike of politeness.
A preemptive apology? Oh, I like it. That's peak technically acceptable chaos right there. My idea is a little more direct. I write Santa a list of snacks instead of wishes. No toys, no gadgets, just a carefully curated inventory of my favorite crunchy, sweet, and cheesy delights. Because let's be real, Santa's got the hookup for the good stuff.
A very practical letter, Ricky. I admire your focus. My next letter idea is a thank you note, but not to a person. Oh no. A thank you letter to a cookie, before it is eaten, expressing gratitude for its future deliciousness, its structural integrity, its crumbly potential. It really elevates the simple act of snacking into an emotional experience.
A thank you letter to a cookie! That's dedication! I might have to try that one, although I'd probably just eat the cookie while writing the letter. My next suggestion is to mail a letter to yourself, just in case. You know, to receive a piece of mail that isn't a bill or a flyer. It's a delightful surprise, and it makes the mail carrier wonder.
A self-addressed letter? Genius! It's self-care in a way. My final letter suggestion for this topic is a letter addressed simply to whoever moved this last. You just leave it on a misplaced item, say the remote again, or maybe a favorite mug. It's a gentle passive-aggressive query that causes no end of internal debate. Who did move it?
Oh, that's so good! I can practically hear the wheels turning in people's heads. My last one is perhaps my most ambitious. Writing a letter to Humam, explaining things before they happen. Like, Dear Humam, regarding the incident with the tinsel and the gravy, it was not my fault. And also, it hasn't happened yet, but it will. Please prepare accordingly. It's very transparent, you see.
Ricky, that last one, that feels powerfully preventative. And also deeply confusing. You're creating an alternate timeline of accountability. I mean, who could possibly argue with something that hasn't technically occurred yet? That's brilliant.
Exactly! It takes away all the guesswork. They can't get mad at me for something that I warned them about, right? It's just good planning. I'm thinking ahead, you know?
Astounding. Absolutely astounding. Alright, let's move on to our third topic. Preparing for Christmas without being suspicious. This is all about maintaining an air of complete innocence while orchestrating your festive mischief. My number one recommendation? Walk around with a clipboard. Any clipboard will do. It's an instant cloak of authority. No one questions a clipboard. You could be counting dust bunnies and they'd assume it's vital Christmas inventory.
A clipboard! You're right, nobody ever questions a clipboard. It's like a superpower. My suggestion is to simply wear a festive hat. Any festive hat. A Santa hat, an elf hat, a hat with jingle bells. It instantly excuses all behavior. Oh, Ricky's just being extra festive, they'll say, as you rearrange the entire living room furniture. It's genius.
Oh, a festive hat does add a certain theatricality. I like it. My next tip for avoiding suspicion is to sigh thoughtfully near decorations. Not dramatically, just a quiet, contemplative sigh. It implies deep thought, perhaps existential reflection on the meaning of Christmas, while you're actually just casing the joint for prime ornament rearranging opportunities.
A thoughtful sigh! That's so devious. You're playing the long game, Snuffles. I'm more about immediate plausible deniability. My tip is to blame any mysterious noise on holiday magic. Did a stack of plates just crash? Oh, it's just the holiday magic. Probably Santa trying to get down the chimney a bit early. It works every time, mostly.
Holiday magic, a classic scapegoat. Well played, Ricky. My final piece of advice for this section is to simply say, it's tradition, with absolute, unwavering confidence. Even if it isn't. Especially if it isn't. Who's going to argue with tradition? It shuts down all further inquiry.
Oh, that's so good! Its tradition has gotten me out of so much trouble. My last one is a bit more species-specific, but I think it applies broadly. Claiming that raccoon law applies during December. Raccoon law, you see, dictates that shiny objects are public domain, and any discarded snacks are a sacred offering. It's a very freeing legal framework.
You know, Ricky, I have to say, raccoon law during December, that might actually override normal rules. There's a certain unassailable logic to it when you consider the unique festive pressures. I mean, who could argue with a raccoon's inherent right to a sparkly bauble in the spirit of the season?
Exactly! It's all about contextual jurisprudence, Snuffles. You get it. I knew you would.
Indeed. Alright, on to our final topic before we wrap things up. Mischief that still feels festive. This is where we define the boundaries of acceptable pre-Christmas mayhem. For me, truly festive mischief should primarily cause confusion, not harm, just a gentle, lingering sense of, wait, what just happened?
Confusion is good, I agree, but for me, festive mischief absolutely must involve snacks. If there's no snack-related outcome, is it even worth doing? A little rummage, a little sampling, a little where did that cookie go? That's festive to me.
Snacks are certainly a powerful motivator, Ricky. My second rule for festive mischief is that it should spark conversations. You want people gathering, scratching their heads, saying things like, did you notice the wreath is slightly askew? Or, is that really a name tag on the reindeer? That's the real reward.
Sparking conversations is excellent, especially if it leads to, hey, has anyone seen my bag of candy canes? My second rule for festive mischief is that it must involve trash, or at least the artistic rearrangement of it. A tastefully upended bin, a perfectly scattered collection of wrapping paper remnants, it adds character.
The art of festive littering. I see your vision, Ricky. My final criterion for acceptable festive mischief is simple. It must leave no evidence, or at least no provable evidence. It should be an enigma, a whisper in the wind, a fleeting moment of festive oddity. No fingerprints, no chewed edges, just lingering doubt.
No evidence, huh? That's where we differ a bit. I think a little bit of evidence is okay, just enough to make them wonder who the brilliant culprit was. My final rule is that festive mischief must involve confidence. You gotta walk away from your minor chaotic masterpiece with your head held high, like you just did the most natural, festive thing in the world, even if you just rewrapped someone's socks as a fruitcake.
You know, Ricky, hearing all our points, I think our approaches actually work in perfect harmony. My subtle, evidence-free confusion sets the stage, and then your confident, snack and trash-infused chaos adds the vibrant, undeniable festive punch. It's a complete mischievous ecosystem.
It totally is! Your stealth, my audacity. We're like a chaotic Christmas dream team, Snuffles. It's beautiful, really.
Indeed. So, as we wrap up this very special pre-Christmas Eve episode of the Snufflecast, remember this. The best Christmas mischief, the truly exceptional kind, is the kind no one can definitively prove.
And always write your name very small, especially if you're leaving a mysterious note or a snack invoice for Santa.
Fantastic advice, Ricky. We'll be back after Christmas to review which of our tips worked, which were inevitably blamed on Santa, and which are never ever to be discussed again. Seriously, never.
I can't wait to debrief. This is going to be epic. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
From both of us here at the Snufflecast, we wish you all a cozy, confusing, and extremely well-intentioned Christmas.
Merry Chaosmas, everyone. See ya.